Listen, do you smell that? It's the future. In the future, diseases will be cured, money will be abolished, and sex will be weird and free instead of weird and expensive. And you know the greatest thing about the future? All you have to do to get there is wait. So let's go and. Oh shit. We forgot the first rule of time travel. Only do it in Europe. Now we're stuck in America 3000. Nuclear war has ravaged the United States. Most Americans were wiped out, but just like a Jeff Goldblum quote, life found a way to carry on whatever it was doing before the big nuclear blast. And now, for better or for worse, we get to see how that's going. It's going awful. Anyway, the surviving Americans are divided into two groups, men and women. Shocking, I know. The men throw rocks around and the women fight amongst each other like cats. Do you need to sit down? I know this is a surprise for you. Everyone is a jerk in this movie, and you have no reason to like anybody, really. If you even figure out who anybody is in the movie, the characters are so similar the movie has to resort to putting hats on people so you can tell them apart. It's pretty bad. So these two groups avoid each other almost entirely. If only we, the audience, were so lucky. Somehow, this most heinous situation has continued on for centuries, thanks to sexual rituals that are carried out behind closed doors and a large amount of body odor, which keeps them apart. Otherwise, whenever the two genders meet and mix, violence follows. The war of the sexes never changes. In a creatively ambitious move, America 3000's characters, the humans, have made their own language up out of 1980s slang.
That effing blue got tricked me.
And the movie uses this language the entire time you're watching it, which is a creatively torturous move. This special language is a little hard to follow at first, but just like when you read Clockwork Orange and you start to understand concepts like Russian slang, Nansat, and murdering old women, through exposure, you eventually learn to understand what the hell the people are saying in America 3000.
Never Plugot. Legends don't say what the president'll scan like.
You know, it's pretty much the only really special thing in an otherwise dogshit barbarian/caveman movie that's masquerading as a post-apocalyptic flick. So, hold your nose and savor this fact of the movie. If you wanted homework with your B movie, that is, I guess. So it goes. Until one day, when one of the guys goes into a cave. No, not that guy. The other one who doesn't have a hat. No, not him. The other guy who doesn't have a hat. Yeah, him, I think. Why does he go into that cave? Well, he's looking for cool shit, of course. Remember, this timeline ended after The Legend of Zelda came out. So he knows to go in there and loot all the pots he can find. What does he find in there? Video games, radiation suits, lasers, all that stuff the stranger told you he had in the back of his van is actually here in what turns out to be the last functioning underground United States nuclear bunker. Now that he has the tools, can this tool figure out how to undo the damage of the nuclear uh-oh and become the uniting president of a newer, cooler, more united, more statesier America here in the year 3000? Or are you about to watch Bigfoot blast his asshole with hairspray? Take a guess. America 3000 is very clearly part of that Golden Globus blast of 1980s magic, and that's magic with quotations, that was canon films in that period. On its surface, America 3000 has flashy ideas and costumes, a pretty good soundtrack, a great poster, yet the movie also features endless fights between unknowable, unlikable characters, guaranteeing the only time travel you'll be doing in this film is fast-forwarding. When you stop zipping through the movie, you'll likely end up on some lame, bottled 80s sight gag that was rotten even in 1986, much less the year 3000. And in the end, when you're done with the film, you'll realize that it has done the most heinous of all B-movie crimes. It delivers absolutely zero on-screen titties. Unforgivable. I guess deep down where it counts, America 3000 is a lot like America today. It's a weird, prudish place that relishes cheap explosions, hiding sex at any cost, and persecutes anyone who spends too much time in it. I give America 3000 2 laser rifle manuals out of 5. Maybe we need to go farther than the year 3000 to see a film that's willing to do something new and different. Maybe that was our mistake. Until then, maybe it's time to let the roaches make movies. I'd watch a roach movie.